Morning students. Well, this is Santosh Yadav, and in this week or in the next week I will teach you moral science. Now you are thinking that in the previous week I taught you English language, but suddenly moral science. So students, it is just only a subject which I am going to teach you. It doesn't matter that I was promoted or demoted. It is separate thing. So without wasting your time, I would like to share one thing. Students, before having something, before involving in something, we have to know the exact meaning of that thing. Why we are doing so and what we are going to do so. Okay, so before teaching you moral science, I would like to ask you that how many of you know the meaning of moral science? What is moral science? Moral science is just not only good habits, bundle of good habits, bundle of ethics, bundle of etiquettes. It is a science. It is a science in which a person know how to deal with the circumstances which accidentally arise in front of you. Okay, to deal with the society, how to manage the people, how to deal with the people, and how to react with such kind of circumstances which is not in favor of us. Okay, so it is a science. It is a science to know how to deal with the society. Okay, so it is just only my explanation of moral science, but it is. So now, in previous 4 chapters, you have been taught by some other teacher, but from chapter 5, I will teach you. Okay, and I don't know how many chapters I am able to going to explain in this week or in the next week. Okay, so first, this is chapter number 5, Courageous Wilma Rudolph. Okay, it is a story. It is the story of a girl who was paralyzed from her birth, and with his firm determination, with his endurance, with his persistence, courage, and indomitable spirit, she was able to win the race with his paralyzed body. How? We will know, just go through this chapter. Okay, so I will start. There was a little girl, Wilma Rudolph, who was born in a poor family. Poor family means a family which can earn livelihood once or twice in a day. So she was born in a poor family who lived in a shack. Shack is a building which is made of wood and some materials, or in other words you may call it a hut. Okay, in the backwoods of Tennessee. Students, the meaning of backwoods. Backwoods is like silent forest, sunsan jungle. So she was born with such kind of circumstances in such family, which was very poor, to provide the food for its family members once or twice, hardly twice. Okay. As I told you, she was prematurely born. Prematurely born means कि she was born before time. Before time means the time which was told, complete the duration, which take in completing a duration. Okay, so before it. Now, and she was weak. She was very weak as she was born prematurely, so she was very weak. It was doubtful. The people who saw her, they were in doubt that she would live or not. She would live or not. But she did. Lekin she did. She lived. When she was 4 years old, as we talk about her childhood, when she was 4 years old, she had attacked with double pneumonia and scarlet fever. Scarlet fever is, a kind of illness in which a deadly combination that left her paralyzed with a useless left leg. When a person going to suffer with such kind of diseases, it got paralyzed. Okay, double pneumonia and scarlet fever, this is a deadly combination of diseases which left her paralyzed with left leg. She had to wear an iron leg brace. Iron leg brace is a device which is used to assist motion, which is assist in movement. But due to such critical conditions, due to such circumstances, she did not lose hope. Okay, and she was encouraged by her mother. Her mother encouraged her to move forward, to go forward, to do something in your life. And inspired from her mother, she became to move forward. She decided that she will not sit in a corner. Okay, her mother told her that despite her iron leg brace, she could do whatever she wanted to do with her life. Her mother made him realize, her mother encouraged him that don't sit idle, don't sit, defeating from your circumstances. You have to do it. She encouraged a lot, and with full courage, faith, persistence is determination, and indomitable spirit, she became what she wanted to be, okay, in her life. At the age of 9, as we move forward, as we go further to her life history, at the age of 9, she removed the leg brace and took that step which the doctor had predicted, which the doctor had foresaid she would never be able to walk with this useless left leg. But in 4 years, she developed a rhythmic stride. Rhythmic stride means she started to walk confidently. She started to take long steps by using her useless left leg. And how she became able to do this? Just because of faith, just because of persistence, and just because of courage. And the thing which she had decided, that is indomitable spirit, that she is not going to face the defeat. She is not going to face the defeat. So in 4 years she did a lot. That was that was usually called a medical wonder. The doctor was surprised that how she was able to do such rhythmic walk, such rhythmic stride. Then she had an incredible notion. Then incredible means not easily believable, and notion is called an idea that she would like to be the world's greatest runner. She wanted it. She wanted to be the world's greatest runner. Do you think what I am saying? I am saying that runner is a runner. For running, a person needs both legs with full passion. As we know that she had a paralyzed left leg, but due to his persistence, courage, faith and indomitable spirit, she had an idea. She had an incredible idea that she would be the world's greatest runner. At the age of 13, she entered a race, and by moving through this process, she entered a race in which she came last, ways last. Means she did not take part in this race to win, but she had the spirit to take part. Still, she never gave up. As she came last, she never gave up. She never gave up that I am not going to run again. Okay, she did not lose hope. She entered every race in high school, and in every race she became last. She came last, but she never lose hope. At last, there came a day, just because of her faith. A day came when she won a race, and from then on, Vilma won every race she entered. Okay, students, as this is the story of Vilma, it is the story of us. We are facing such kind of things in life. Okay, we said that I can do better if I got something. I can do much better if I had something. So it is just only excuses. If you want to do something, if you want to take initiative, you can do such things. Okay, no obstacles, no hurdles comes in your way if you have fully faith in yourself. You should have self-confidence to do such kind of things. So now I am going further. Vilma then went to Tennessee University. There she met Coach Ed Temple, who saw the indomitable spirit of this girl and the natural talent of this girl. So he trained her. He started to give training to that girl so well that she played even at the Olympic Games. Now you have this student that paralyzed girl was able to enter in Olympic Games just because of faith, just because of persistence, just because of endurance, courage and indomitable spirit. Okay, in Olympic Games, she met a German racer, Jutta Hahn, and she was managed to beat that greatest women runner. Okay, in the next round, Vilma beat Jutta again at the 200-meter race. Okay, now student, there may be a confusion in your mind that it is J-U-T-T-A, but in this name J is silent, so I pronounced it Jutta Hahn. Okay. Now Vilma had won the 2 Olympic gold medals against Jutta Hahn. Finally, it was the 400-meter relay race, and again it was Vilma against Jutta. Now the first 2 runners in Vilma's team had made perfect handoffs with the baton, but when the third runner handed over the baton to Wilma, when the third runner handed the baton to Wilma, you know baton? Baton is a kind of, burning torch, mashal. She was so excited that she dropped. So just because of her excitement, Wilma dropped the baton. Okay. By then, Utah took off down the track, and it was impossible that anyone could beat this fleet. But Wilma did just that, and so Wilma earned 3 gold medals in a row. Row means in a consequent manner. Okay. So Wilma's story, the story of that paralyzed girl, teaches us a lesson that we could do whatever we wanted with our life. No excuses can be a hurdle in our life. If we have faith, if we have courage, if we have endurance, if we have indomitable spirit, okay, so we can achieve anything what we want in our life. Okay, students. So again, I'm repeating this thing, that with endurance, faith, persistence, and courage, we can emerge, we can become as a winner. Okay. So before ending this chapter, I would like to tell you that you have listened this story. You have to fill the exercises related to this chapter by yourself. Okay. And I will give you the tough words also from this chapter, which I have written on a paper. So I am writing it here. You just copy it. The first one, shed. As I told you, what is shed? It is a small building. A small building, usually made of wood. Usually made of wood or metal. Second one, backwood. Backwoods, forest. Number 3, prematurely. Prematurely means before time. Right? Scarlet. Scarlet fever. A bacterial illness. A bacterial illness. Paralyzed. To make someone unable. To make someone unable to work. Unable to work or walk. Okay. Number 6, persistence. Persistence means determination. Number 7, indomitable. Very brave and determined. Let grace. It is a device used to assist movement. Assist movement. After this, few more words are left. For this purpose, I have to erase these words. Number 9, stride. To walk with long steps. To walk with long steps. Number 10, incredible. Very difficult to believe. Very difficult to believe. Number 11, notion. That is an idea. Number 12, emerge, which means to become known. To become known or famous. Okay. So these are the word meanings which you may face as difficult. So I have written the meaning of such words here. And students, from before saying goodbye, I would like to say that these difficult words should be written in your fair notebook. Okay, fair notebook, and all the exercises and all the things which is indicating you to do in your notebook, that must be written in your notebook. Okay, goodbye.